video, we will create a new project that is using graphical user interface. In this project, I will make a frame. In this frame, every time I click on the bottom, subhanallah, it will add one to the counter. Yeah. So which component I need for the bottom for this? Let me write this. So I will make a project called subhanallah. Okay. So which component I need for this? Do you understand what the program should look like? You have one button, subhanallah. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And this counter should appear in which component? So, no, I need component to show this counter. Let's say it's label, right? Okay, so I need a label and a button. Okay, so first I need, so this class should extend what? Extend gframe, right? Because I'm planning to make a gframe. But for that you need to import what? java.swing.star, because I need also to import it for other components like glabel and gbottom. Okay, what are the components that I need? So gbottom, right? Private gbottom. Let me call it what? Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Okay, SA. And I need also a label, right? Private G label counter. It's just the counter, right? And do I need something else? Panel, maybe? If you want to add, yes, panel. The bottom, yes. Let me make a panel. I don't need the panel actually. I can directly add it if I wish to the but let me make panel. We can try with panel or without panel, yeah? So this is like the three component I need, right? Okay. So now what's the next step? I define the variable. What's the next step in the class? We don't need actually, but in some cases if you want to put the bottom and label together in a panel and then you add the panel in the frame, you do the panel. If you don't like it, it's fine. Okay. Type. What's the next step? Yeah, but we have to do that inside constructor usually, right? So after we do the variables, we have the constructor. Public subhanallah yes, we write SA subhanallah. Okay. So this is now the constructor. In the constructor we create the things, yeah? So let us create the bottoms. Subhanallah equal new j button. Can I write in Arabic? Let me try. I think it should work in Arabic as well. Subhanallah. I'm not sure if it will, but we can try it. And the counter equal new G label. What the constructor of the G label take? No, usually it takes the text that I want to show in the label, right? Yeah, but first I make 0, like, because the current count is 0, right? Okay, clear? So I created a button and label. Maybe the label should be before the button, but doesn't matter, yeah. And then I want to add them where? After I create them, I want to add them where? To the G frame, right? But she didn't like panel. You want panel? Okay, she changed her mind. Okay, so if you want to add panel, we can create new panel. Okay, so we created now new panel. We have to add the two components in the panel. Which one should be the first? Label? Yes, the label better. So we write panel dot add. We add what? The counter. What's the default layout manager for JPanel? Flow. So flow is fine with us, I think. And then panel dot add what? Counter. Not counter. SA. The buttons. Yeah. Okay. So we added these things to the panel, and then yes, how to add the panel to the frame? Yes, we write add panel. Exactly. And then what we need to fix now, the size of the frame, the title, like set title. Uh, Let me try to write it in Arabic. Like what? What the name of this? أذكار أو مسبحة إلكترونية. Okay. So this is the title. The size, set size. How big you want it? Let me try like 200. So 200 is the width, 100 is the, we can change it later. We can check how it's looking. Set default close operation. Why we need this? To exit the program if we plot exit on close, and set location relative to. Why we need this? To make it in the center. What else we want? Set visible, don't forget this. True, otherwise it will not appear, right? I think that's it. Let's see if it's working without actions. It's why it's not working. Set visible true. I didn't create object of this, right? So in the main, you need to create new. What's the name of the class? Subhanallah. Because in the main, it comes in the main like previously, nothing is there, the program closed. But now in the main we call the constructor, we create object, so it calls the constructor, and it will do the frame for us. Hopefully, yes. Subhanallah, and this some label, right? Do you want to make it like this or like this? I don't know. It's fine. You like it like this, or should I make the bottom in another line? Halas, Hiba said it's fine. But you can change the size if you want. You can change the layout if you want. You can play with everything. You don't want to you don't want that we can resize it, right? Let me remember what was set resizable. Set resizable. I think is it was resizable? False. Yes. So now you cannot resize it. So if you see, I cannot resize it and I cannot maximize it. So now it's fixed. So the next step is when I click Subhanallah, I should increase this counter. Yeah. So how to do that? I need to add action listener to the button, right? Where is the bottom here? Counter. Yes, here I create the button. So I will write what? SA dot add action listener. So in this action listener, he's expecting from me some action listener. Yeah? Not yet, but we will figure it out now that we need to put it. Yeah? Now I need action listener. I don't have action listener. So I have to create a class that implements action listener. Yeah? Right? So do you want to make inner class? Okay, so here inside the class, this is the end of the class and this is the main method. Here I can make another class, private class, call it what? Any name. Hmm? Not add, like bottom listener, like bottom list. Bottom listener. Important thing is that this class is what? No. Another important thing. Implements what? Action listener. Yeah. So now you see like Sarah. Action listener is not recognizing it. If you go to the help, it will say add java.event. Yeah. So I import it, but actually I don't want to import this. I want to import everything because I need action event later and so on. Okay, so I make class bottom listener, implement action listener. If you are smart, you know why it's error here. Why it's error here? You need to override action performed because this is interface and this interface has a method, abstract method, which is yes. So I need to make override and public void action performed action event E. Okay. Now the error is away. Now if you click the button, nothing will happen. But here I decide what to do with the button. So what do I have to do when I click the button? 0, it should be 1. What is the plus 1? I don't have counter. Counter is a label. Cannot make label plus plus, right? Hmm? Yes, I need to read from the, I need to read the text from what? From the label, yes. Yeah, we can initialize the counter. Yeah. But first, for me, important that the label counter, this is the label, right? And that's why it's good to define them as a global, that you can use them here and also use them here. So counter dot, I want to get the text from the label. So there is a method, I guess, get text. So this is reading the text of the label, reading the number in the label. Maybe the number is 100 and I want to change it to 101, right? So every time I need first to read from the label, the text, this will give me string. String is equal counter.getText, okay? After that, I need to change this string into integer, right? So how to change that? Integer dot parse int what? S, right? S is the string S, yeah? I can make, instead of S, I can make counter.getText, yeah? But I want to simplify it for you. And here int C. C is the counter, yeah? So I define C, I give it the value that was shown in the label. After that, I want to make C++ to increment C by 1. And then the last step is yes, how to put it in the label. I make counter dot, what do you think the method that I need to use? I want to change the content of the label. How to do that? Set text, right? We have get text to get the text from the label, and we have set text to store the text in the label. No, not S, it's C, yes. But C is integer. So Java, easy for Java, I think, to change this to string. Why do we need to turn it back into string? Because it accepts set text accepts string. So one easy thing is just to write like this. If you write C plus nothing, Java will merge it as a string. Yeah? If you want. And even you didn't do that, I think Java will automatically change this to string. So changing it to string is easier than changing string to a number. Yeah. I hope it's accepting it. Let us try it. No, it's not accepting it actually. So we need to add that. Oh, sorry, I forget to make. Okay, so now I'm done with the bottom listener, right? So now I add action listener. What I do here? Which bottom listener I need to add? Like new bottom listener. Okay. Still there are some mistakes. Let's figure out what is these mistakes. I think the C is the problem. Let's figure out. You see there is a problem here. It's about the label and set box, because you cannot give. So here set there is error, right? So the error said that this you need to add text, not integer. So if you make like C plus nothing, this will convert it to string, and then he's happy. Yeah. So now, if we run it, now subhanallah, subhanallah, Okay, so you can, it's working now. Very good, Sarah, you started to think. So let's add the reset button. So I will create a new button. Can you help me, Sarah, with making a reset button instead of just throwing ideas? Try to do something, yeah?
Okay, just say reset.
Name it reset. And then
We added to the
before we create it, we didn't create it yet.
so reset dot add action.
No, not add action listener. Reset equal new G button. What should I write inside this reset? In Arabic. مسح البداية. What should I write? Reset البداية من جديد. Okay, so this is the button. What should I do also? I should add action listener to this button, right? Alaikum salam. Reset dot add action listener. Who is the action listener for this button? What should I do now? Create another class. Like I have to copy this inner class and do it again here, but I need to, maybe I call it reset bottom listener. The rest I don't change. I need to change. What should I do if I click that button?
We also should change the counter to 0 integer, and then also change it to 0.
There are easier way to do it. Just one line.
Is there a method? Is there a method? 0 plus.
Yeah, counter dot set text 0, right? This will reset things, right? Okay, so I need to create object of this and show new. Okay. Do I need to add something else? You don't need to add it to the panel?
You need to add it to the panel.
Yes. So panel dot add reset. Okay. So let's try to see if it looks nice. If not, we need to change the size of the frame. It's working, right? Maybe I should add the bottom exit, or it's X is exit, okay? Just to show you, like you can change also the color of the buttons. So let's say reset dot set background. Which color should be? Red? Green? And let us try to set the foreground. I'm writing it wrong. Left capital. Set foreground. Yes. Okay. Should I make foreground green comes with which color? Black? No. White? Okay. So I can change actually the colors of that buttons. It's yeah, it's sometimes the background does not work because some other things are controlling this. Just the background does not work because they are conflicting. I think when we add it to the panel decide the background color and something like this. So this can happen. Some conflict between the component. Uh, so let us try to make this green. Okay. We can change the background of the panel. I think it will work. Okay, let us change the background of the panel. Panel dot set background. Make it red. Okay. Okay. Any question? Anything you want to try? Okay, let me close the recording.